He was fast. Faster than he should have been, especially given how weak and shaky he looked. In moments, you heard the door downstairs slam shut. Not be able to catch him. Oh! You jumped to your feet and rushed downstairs, knowing full well that Florian was long gone, but wanting to try anyway. Where's Eden? Have Eden be outside. That'd been way funnier. Damn it. Oh my god, Winnie's here. Hey Winnie. Are you looking for Florian? Do you know where he lives? Oh, Winnie. You turned to see her. How much of that did you witness? How much of this have you eavesdrop on this past night, by the way? Oh, Winnie. You turned to see her sitting on the counter, transparent legs hanging over the edge. Yeah, I was hoping he'd still be here, I guess. He ran off really quick. He looked upset about something. It's complicated, but I think I might have hurt his feelings. You don't happen to know where he lives or his number, do you? No, Florian doesn't really share that kind of stuff. Right. I'll have to talk to him tomorrow then. I don't think you're gonna see him tomorrow, son. Yes! Moonlit Fangs! What a good title. It was only 7:30! Oh my god, I thought it was like 4 in the morning. Your eyes went— he slept for 2.5 hours, I guess. Your eyes went up to the clock. It was only 7:30 PM. You hadn't slept for more than an hour or two. It felt like much— oh right, they talked, right? Felt like much longer. Your stomach growled and you remembered that you hadn't eaten dinner yet. And that you were pretty much out of food. I'll have to head out and find a grocery store, so I guess I'll keep an eye out for Florian. Not that I'll likely find him at a grocery store if he's really a vampire. You turn towards the door before stopping in your tracks. Is everything alright? Winnie's legs stopped kicking back and forth and she stared towards the ground, biting her lip. She fiddled with her sleeves and kept her eyes away from yours. You asked me about going out for dinner with you, right? Yeah, that's right. I'd love you to come. And I forgot to ask Florian. Yeah, I don't think he's coming, by the way. Well, I want to go. That's great, but I'm really scared. Scared? I haven't ever tried to leave the building. Wait, not even once? No, I'm scared that if I try, I'll just disappear. Winnie's shoulders dropped and she sighed. It's dumb, I know it is, but I've been here for so long as I remember. Or for as long as I remember, why did I say so? And I don't know if I still exist outside this building. What if the only reason I've lasted this long is because I've stayed here? What if I really am dead and if I leave, I'll pass on? Winnie's eyes went down to her feet and she swung them back and forth slowly. Hey, it's alright Winnie, seriously, it's okay. It sounds scary. If you'd rather stay here, we can do it something else, just the two of us. But I want to go. Take my hand. I mean, the easiest thing to do is to just like slowly but surely try stepping outside, right? Like hands first, then foot first, and then just like see what happens. I want to spend time with everyone and laugh and have fun. I don't care if I can't eat or anything. I don't want to be alone anymore. But I'm too scared. I'm always too scared. You approached the counter and reached out, placing a hand over hers. It didn't feel like anything. You couldn't really touch her. But the thought was there. If you want to do it, then do it. Be brave. I'll be right beside you. You won't have to do it alone. Winnie hesitated for a moment, then pulled her hand back and floated down from the counter. Okay, you're right. I want to go. Thanks, King. You're the best. Did you want to try coming out with me now? Please don't. Nope. I mean, thanks, but I think I need to build myself up for tomorrow. Alright then, it's a date. If you change your mind, just tell me, okay? Okay! Oh, I'm sorry, that was so loud. At that, you double-checked you had your keys before heading out for into the growing night. Who are we gonna run into? I'm calling Eden. It's an Eden type of day. Because we're not gonna run back into Florian, I fucking die. Unless he's out trying to assault someone, but... And then we get to step in and stop him. The air was crisp and cold as you stepped out of the front door and the wind rustled the trees that lined the streets. There didn't seem to be anyone else wandering about, but then you suppose most people would be sitting down for dinner or tucked into bed for an early night's rest by now. Bundling your clothes closer to your body, you started on your way to the main square. This is a long ass chapter, oh my god. The town square was a little more lively than the store, but not by much. It seems as if a good portion of the shops were closed or closing for the night, and only a few people wandered the streets. Where's Eden? Where is he? It was a far cry from the bustling crowds and bright lights of the city. The streets were clean and quiet, and the houses were well maintained, without any signs of graffiti or broken windows. You could get used to this kind of life. You eyed the various stores around the area, a bookshop, a coffee shop, a hardware store, a pharmacy. Then you saw it, nestled in the corner of the street, a small grocery store. The same one Lucille had pointed out to you when you'd gone out for dinner just the other night. That was a long sentence, by the way. The light inside was on, and the small open sign hung in the window. You walked towards it, keeping an eye out for Florian, but to no success. Oh, it's so cute in here! Oh, I love it. Nice meat section in the back, I respect it. Corn. Apples, onions, grapes, artichokes, broccoli. Why are they so small? That looks like garlic, carrots, tomatoes, pumpkins, lemons, sweet potatoes. This stuff all very miscellaneous. Oh my god, drinks fridge. Anyway. I guess these are probably potatoes. These might be. Or these. The inside was what you would expect of a grocery store, though much smaller in scale than the big stores back home. The aisles were narrow and the shelves were cramped, but it seemed like they had pretty much anything you'd need. Okay. My sound cut out. The lone cashier nodded to you as you passed. No self-checkout here, which didn't surprise you. You wouldn't take over today, computer overlords. Oh, you won't take over today, computer overlords. You grabbed a basket and began picking up some basics. Milk, eggs, butter, that sort of thing. Where the fuck are the eggs? I have not seen eggs in this store. Oh, garlics! There they are! You do hang garlic from this thing. Don't pick up the garlic. It's weird. Could I make it weird? I fucking called Eden was gonna be out here. I fucking knew it. I summoned this man. Twice in one day, I think that's what they call fate. Talk to this werewolf motherfucker about Florian being a vampire. Console on him, make him and Florian become friends. You turned, hearing a now familiar voice behind you, to see Eden leaning against his shopping cart, red hair tousled. Unless, of course, you just couldn't stay away and decided to search me out, in which case, I'd be happier. Eden grinned, and it was a little infectious. Yeah, he does have an infectious energy, doesn't he? Actually, the lure of a full stomach pulled me here. And Florian. Fate it is, then. So, what are you making for dinner, and am I invited? I'm tossing up between a sandwich or a cup of noodles. That's me. Oh, you shouldn't break out the fine china just for me. Oh, don't poke your tongues at me. I already have enough problems with you being, like, simply too attractive that this is too much. You were not my endgame here. Don't make me choose. Who said you were invited? That's 100% what I would have said in this moment. Sorry, this is a beautiful one. But I always like to impress on a first date. The cup noodles are usually a hit. I have a slightly more refined palate. How about instant mac and cheese? A man after my own heart. The microwavable kind. Of course! I've like not put his voice on at all because I'm having too much fun with these two. Now you're speaking my language. You're cute, you know that? I think Lucille was telling the truth about you being a shameless flirt, but like same, so who cares? I'll have you know, I'm the pinnacle of virtue. If a person is beautiful, shouldn't they be told so? Eden leaned over his heart further, his eyes scanning you up and down. And you're definitely beautiful. So are you. I'd feel flattered, but I bet you're like this with everyone. Just feel flattered. Only the most beautiful ones. He grinned and you rolled your eyes, though a smile crept onto your face. You glanced down at his shopping cart, but were surprised to not see any food. Interesting. You noticed, instead, an assortment of cleaning products, gloves, string, and duct tape. Don't be concerned, just walk away. Suddenly, my dinner looks like a 5-star restaurant compared to yours. Not hungry for duct tape? Maybe as a treat after dinner? These two are chaos together. Don't put these two in a room together most of the time. You both laughed and it was like a weight lifted from your chest. The events of earlier that night melted away, if only for this moment. I do a lot of DIY stuff, so I'm stocking up. Really? It doesn't look like woodworking supplies for me. For me, to me. You do look like someone who knows a lot about woodworking. Oh yeah, plenty. I made a chair out of a popsicle sticks once. What a mood. I've worked with wood once or twice in my life. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know if that's... Is that meant to be an inappropriate joke? Is that what they're going for? Or are they just going for... I don't know. I really don't, but we're picking it. I've worked with wood once or twice in my life, yeah. I'm assuming it's meant to be an inappropriate joke. Oh yeah? Care to show me sometime? Sure, just tell me where to send the bill for my services. Being a woodworker yourself, you'd probably know all the right techniques, wouldn't you? This conversation is so heated in comparison to last night's interaction with Emmett. I'm losing it. Well, I've been told I'm pretty good with my hands, yes. And I'm very open to critique. We just have to practice until you're satisfied. Oh, Eden, a man after my own heart. Eden smirked and pushed his cart to the side, letting another customer through. This person is like, what have I just walked into? What conversation have I just walked through? And I'm like, yeah, best keep moving, lady. Care to join me, or would you rather stay here in the condiments aisle? I can think of worse aisles to be stuck in, but I think I'll join you. The two of you started to walk through the aisles and Eden took your basket and placed it in his cart. Oh, a true gentleman after my own heart. Wouldn't want your arms getting tired. So, mysterious shopkeeper, I'm incredibly curious about you. My nose is getting stuffed. I don't know what's happening. Oh, really? You're the talk of the town after all. Things must be really slow right now if I'm the talk of the town. You know how small towns are, they'll find anything to gossip about. He picked up a bottle of olive oil and dropped it into the cart. And yet, despite being the most interesting thing that's happened here in months, no one knows much about you. Most people assumed that Sylvie didn't have any relatives. He glanced over at you. As far as I'm aware, she's never left Willowmist either. We have been here then. What could I think that was established in like the first chapter and I've just forgotten them. So we could have had the childhood friend arc with one of these people. What could have pulled her away so suddenly and drop you in her place? Bitch, I don't even know. If you say, please, I might be honest. Oh, if you say please, I might be honest with you. Pretty please. I have no clue. Really, I'm not trying to be invasive, but I think I said invasive, I meant evasive. But honestly, I don't know. I have no clue why she decided to leave. She wrote me a letter and asked me to come here, and here I am. She'd already left when I arrived. So a mystery then. Even more interesting. But that doesn't say much about you. Want to tell me a bit about yourself? Depends on what you want to know. If it's the numbers on my credit card, probably not. Where you grew up, for example, what were your parents like, what's your favourite colour? Definitely red in this situation, sorry. Eden grinned and shrugged his shoulders. Take your pick, whatever you're willing to share. Lie through your teeth. Oh, I do have to roll it. I could. It'd be I just like, what is the point, right? Like, to be funny, I guess? But like, would you tell him you're lying at the end of it as a joke? Like, would you say it in a joke? I don't know. Or do I just like... I don't know. I don't need to, like, everyone basically already knows. I've told several people. So fuck it, just answer them. You want me to condense all of my interesting experiences and history down to a few sentences? I'll take an essay if you had one. I don't, but it's never too late to start. In the meantime, I grew up in the city with my mom and didn't know my dad. C's all the way through school, and my favorite color is green. Your turn. Well, actually I do have an essay prepared, so... He reached into his overshirt as if he had something hidden there, but is he about to do the heart fingers dumb fucking moment to us? Damn, I must have left it at home. I'm sure you can give me the synopsis at least. I've had a few recent addendums you might enjoy. For example, did you know that I've discovered quite recently that my favorite color is orange? Get out of here. And I bet when you meet someone with blue eyes, your favorite color is blue. Oh my god, his eyes are orange. I didn't even know that. Do I really seem that shallow? Yes. I think Lucille doesn't dislike people for no reason. I am coming in this situation with a bias, he is right. Eden glanced around as if to check no one was watching. Don't tell me you brought your guard dog with you to grocery shopping. Maybe I did. She'll jump out when you least suspect it. I promise I'll be on my very best behavior then. Oh, baguettes! I want this aisle. I want to be in this aisle. What tomatoes? Those nanas? Pineapples! Turnips. Eden added a few more things to his cart, mostly small things and nothing that could be considered a meal alone. A single potato, flour, but no other baking ingredients, a box of gelatin. I am concerned about what- a single- who buys one potato? Also, is this chocolate mint ice cream? What is this? Oh, there's the milk. And Mr. Chatting, you found food for dinner too. Oh, I get to pick. Do I want a sandwich or instant? I'm an instant noodles person. Fucking noodles. Instant noodles it was. You owed an odd over the flavor, but decided on original. It was the original for a reason. The two of you continued circling the store until you'd found everything you came for. Dinner for the night, some fresh fruit, and a few essentials like soap and toothpaste. It wasn't much, but it would do. Eden, however, kept your basket hostage in his cart as he continued onwards in no sort of rush. So, have you always been a carpenter? Oh no, I tried my hand at a lot of things actually. A drac, fuck me. A jack of all trades, master of none, that kind of thing. Most recently I was a bartender, that fits you, but it wasn't for me. And before that, a cook, a painter, a photographer, and a waiter too. Is any of that actually true? At least half of it, probably, maybe. Maybe I should have tried lying, just seen how it goes. Really though, I didn't come out into the world expecting to be a carpenter. It just sort of happened. It was a niche that needed filling in Willowmist. The last carpenter disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and that had nothing to do with me. Why do I doubt everything you say to me? Maybe you're a good judge of character. He added a couple more things to the cart and then began pushing it down another aisle. One you'd already been down twice already. What made you pick carpentry though? That's a pretty specific skill. I get used to asking him questions even though, you know, he's fucking lying to you. Like I said, I'm pretty good with my hands. He looked down at his hands, but he was still wearing the gloves from this morning. There's something about satisfying- oh, what? There's something satisfying about making something real with your own hands. I do agree. I also like making things. You start with just an idea, a few scraps of wood, and then suddenly, there it is. Something solid, something that exists because you willed it to be. I think that's what I like about it. You take something raw, shape it into what it's supposed to be. Simple, straightforward, a piece of wood doesn't argue with you about what it should be. Oh, you got some family trauma too? That's oddly deep coming from you. What can I say? I'm an oddly deep man. This man has layers. He's an ogre. I'm sure you'll get to know that about me soon enough. At dinner tomorrow. I added a few more items to the cart. Oh, he added a few more items to the cart before continuing onward again. He followed, more amused than anything else. I'm starting to wonder if you're leading me in circles, Eden. Are you saying that metaphorically or physically? Because I think the answer is both. You can't blame a man for wanting some company. Good company. You can't blame a man for wanting good company. So it was on purpose. Of course, I wouldn't miss the chance to spend more time with you. You can't just come to the store. Well, I guess Lucille's there. But I suppose now the game is up, shall we? He motioned towards the counter where the cashier was still idling away. Grabbing your basket out of his cart, you checked out first, then headed outside and fucking ran. Walk him home, find out where this guy lives too. It had gotten much cooler again while you'd been inside. The breeze rustled the leaves overhead, and a few stray leaves spiraled down from the branches and landed in your hair. You reached up and shook them loose. Eden followed close behind, carrying several bags. Thanks for waiting. What, did you think I'd ditch you and run off? I would've, maybe. I don't think I've got a good read on you yet, King. You're interesting. Cool. I was considering it, but then I imagined you standing all alone in the cold with big sad puppy dog eyes. I couldn't do it. To our little puppy. Big sad puppy dog eyes, huh? So that's the kind of man I am in your mind. I don't mind playing that part. Well, I was gonna say a lost child at the supermarket, but I thought that might be offensive. He flashed you a playful grin before glancing across the road. The streetlights cast a soft glow over the little park nearby. The swings swayed gently in the breeze, creaking faintly under their own weight. Don't you dare invite me to this park. Now, since you were kind enough not to abandon me, allow me to return the favour. Oh, what favour is that? You're not going to grab my bags and keep me hostage again, are you? He nodded towards the empty swings and tilted his head at you expectantly. I happen to know that the swings over there have the best view of the stars in town. Oh, why is this so romantic, actually? Trust me. His grin widened. Or not, if you don't want to. Sure, why not? I'd like to spend some more time together, alone in a park, watching the stars. How romantic! I didn't realize that was your style, Eden. Oh, and what did you think was my style? Quick and fast, I don't know. From my first impression of you, I thought you'd be more likely to invite me back to your place for the night. Me and you are the same person. Would you have said yes? Probably. No, probably not. Not the second time we meet anyway. But the third. Fuck, I wrote this game. So tomorrow night when I'm plastered, Emmett will have to stop me from saying yes. Because otherwise I will. And the third time? We'll see. Eden laughed. I'll have to try and impress you next time then. Next time is tomorrow. We're going out tomorrow night. Unless he's decided not to come. Just to mess with Emmett some more. Mess with his head. Eden somehow, with an armful of bags of groceries, linked his free arm with yours and led the way over to the swing. We met this man today and we're gonna get our first hard event with him. And we only just got our first hard event with Florian and we're on day 6. Color me pissed, by the way. It was the same with Winnie though. They were, as he said, not too far away and completely deserted. A few small lamps cast the area in a pale yellow glow. I don't know why I forgot the rest of that word. Pale yellow glow. And a couple of benches were positioned beneath the trees, their surface covered in leaves. You could see the moon above the treetops. There was something cozy about the place, secluded and peaceful. But not lonely, just a small hidden space in the middle of town. A perfect spot for a midnight rendezvous. And then there's Florian, right? Or just a place to chat, which was what you were doing actually. Eden set his groceries down on a bench, then walked over to the swings, taking one of the two. He took the other and he gently swung back and forth. We're about to get his face. This one's too much. Oh. Also matching earrings, by the way. Not quite his diamonds minus stars, but very similar. So, what do you think of Willowmist so far? I think you're hot. No joke. I don't think I'd be able to say anything else by that in this moment. 2 in 1 day! I'm not doing okay. I've also figured out what the title of this video is going to be. It's going to be Do You Like Vampires or Werewolves? And I'm not doing okay. Why are you still floating away? There he goes. What I've seen has been beautiful. Kind people, great food, and the night is clear and cool. It's a lot quieter than back home. I could get used to this. And you're staying for 3 months. That's a decently long time, but also no time at all. Yeah, 3 months, and then it's back home again. You sound a little disappointed about that. I don't know if I am or not, really. Things have just been a whirlwind ever since I arrived, and now it's already been a whole week. I'll blink and then it'll be time to leave. Eden chuckled and held a little higher on his swing's chain, still looking up at the stars. So fucking hot. Then, why leave? I'm with him, by the way, just stay. Huh? Well, my mum is still back home. Even 3 months without seeing her is a long time. You can travel. You took the train here. You can take the train back and take the train back here again. You can like see her every week if you're so pleased, my guy. It's not like she's 3 countries away. Don't you ever miss your parents all the way out here? It did, I'm sorry. I'm sure I would if I knew them. Oh, sorry. Don't be, really. Family is a little meaningless to me. Lone wolf, yeah. So, not raised by grandparents either? I had a more communal living experience, but forget that, I'm far more interested in you. Why not bring your mum here too? Because she hates my aunt? Well, she and my aunt don't have the best relationship. Not that I know why, I wish I could have gotten her here. She'd loved it here. You let out a small sign. By the way, the town is small, but like not that small. You could still bring her. They could just like avoid each other. Or patch things up either way. You let out a small sigh and push the swing a little harder, trying to get a little more height. If this man gets up and pushes us on the swing, I might scream. A shame. Knowing you and Sylvie, I bet she's incredible. Stop trying to hit on my mom. How about that? I fucking wrote this game. You wanna hit on my mom too now? I swear everyone in this town is after my family. Why would I do that when you're right here? I can just tell you already like it here. Would have been nice if she could see it through your eyes, don't you think? Yeah, maybe. Then I'd have some idea why she and my aunt don't get along. I always thought family feuds were supposed to be dramatic, but I don't even know what started it. You've never asked her? I have a bunch of times, but every time she changes the subject or tells me to drop it, so eventually I did. Maybe you should ask your aunt. She might not have the same hang-ups. I'd love to if I knew how to contact her. No address or anything? I have literally no clue where she went. Ever the mysterious woman. Anyway, 3 months is a long time to be away from home. No friends you're leaving behind? A job? A lover maybe? Nope. No lover. Why are you offering? I obviously have to say that because it's so in line with Eden. I had a job, but it wasn't anything special. I do have friends back home, but nope. No lover. Why? You offering? Say yes. Eden laughed at that. A gentle yet hearty sound. Maybe I am. Keep me in mind, will you? I won't. I can't. I can't betray the two that I have in my heart, Eden, as much as I want to for you. How does such a lovely person not have anyone waiting for them back home, I wonder? Non-committal as fuck. Maybe I just haven't found the right person yet. I didn't? You mean we met this morning, after all? Whoa, and you're already making assumptions about us? Someone's getting ahead of themselves. My third marriage of the day incoming. Someone has to. I'm not going to sit around and let someone else make the first move. Eden grinned. Is this man? I'm sorry. Besides, I don't think I've been imagining your interest in me, have I? You have not. Who can say? Maybe I'm just a friendly person. Maybe. There's a difference between friendliness and flirtation. Yeah, but do you know the difference, by the way, Eden? What's with you and Emmett? I'm sorry. And I suppose you think you can tell the difference, do you? I like to think I'm not too bad at it, yes. Well, you're confident, I'll give you that. I like confidence in a man. Confident I shall be, then. Eden leaned in slightly, his elbow resting on his knee, his eyes glinting with mischief. Oh no. And what else do you like, since we're on the topic? Face? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. A good sense of humor? Lucky me then, I happen to be hilarious. Debatable, I think. Oh, and here I thought I was making quite the impression. You are, just not necessarily the one you think. Eden placed a hand over his chest, feigning deep offense. Wounded, truly I am, but if I'm to be known for something, I'll take bold and devastatingly handsome over funny, I suppose. You rolled your eyes, but before you could quip back, his tone shifted, just enough to make you pause. I'm hungry, if you hadn't noticed. It's about to go 1. Oh my god, this episode's 2 hours long. Fucking hell. I've always admired boldness, you know. Some people spend their whole lives waiting, hesitating. But I'd rather move forward, even if I don't always know where the path leads. That's an interesting way to look at things. Isn't it? If you're standing still, you're letting the world decide for you. He rocked back slightly, his gaze drifting towards the night sky, but his voice remained light and playful. And if I'd stood still, I would never met you, would I? I fucking ruined it. Whoa, is this how you get all of your dates? Why are you gonna ruin the mood? Would it work if it was? Yes. You tell me. I think it might. I didn't even put on the voice. For a brief moment, he fell quiet, swinging just a little, letting the cool night air settle between you. Then, with a slow inhale, he spoke again, softer this time, like a thought slipping out before he could catch it. Oh, don't give me that face. Don't make me weak for this face. I've never been the kind of person who was meant to stay in one place. I was made to move forward, to keep going, to see things through. His fingers curled loosely around the chains of the swing, and his gaze flickered toward the treetops, as if searching for something beyond them. I suppose people like me can't stop. If I sit still, the world will just keep changing without me, after all. And what happens when you get to where you're going? I suppose I'll let you know when I get there. Eden smiled and reached his hand out. Before you could react, he plucked a single leaf from your hair and held it up. He twirled the leaf between his fingers, watching it for a moment before tucking it behind your ear with a soft, deliberate touch. There, perfect. You think so? I'm not sure a leaf is the best accessory. You make it work just fine. He leaned back slightly, resting his arm against the swing's chain, as he regarded you, a slow, knowing smile on his lips. It's strange, isn't it? Some people spend their whole lives searching for a place to belong, and others, they just fit somewhere, like they've been there all along. Are you talking about me or you? You. You're like a missing piece, finally clicking into place. The quiet between you stretched on for a moment before Eden laughed and pushed himself off the swing. But enough about that, you should get some sleep before I convince you to stay out all night. Yeah, what happened at dinner time? You say that like it's a bad thing. I'd just hate to be responsible for you sleepwalking through your store tomorrow. I hope you can hear my stomach grumbling. I'm fucking hungry. And I wouldn't want you to miss out on our date. Here's the thing, I was like, I'll film this at 11, it'll go for like an hour and a half, right? Then I can go have a lunch. It's now 1 because I started a bit late. And this has been going on for 2 hours. I just hate to be responsible for you sleepwalking through your store tomorrow, and I wouldn't want you to miss our date. It's not a date if everyone's coming. It is a date. That's called a group date. I'll just have to work extra hard to make sure you only look at me. Between you and Emmett, I'm gonna be having a hard fucking time, because Florian ain't coming. He scooped up his grocery bags with an easy motion, shifting them over his shoulder. Shooting you a playful glance, he took a few slow steps backward, I don't like that, his silhouette cutting sharp against the lamplight. Don't miss me too much, alright? I think I'll survive, Eden. Good night. Night, King. Eden grinned, turning his heel and sauntering off into the night, leaving only the faint echo of his footsteps on the quiet street. You exhaled, leaning back on the swing, ow! Watching the sky stretch vast and endless above you. The town was still. The only movement, the occasional rustling of the trees in the night breeze. I'm so hungry. Some people spend their whole lives searching for a place to belong. With a shake of your head, you pushed yourself up from the swing, then collected your groceries from the bench. This is when he's stolen your groceries, right? Cracks in the finish. Ooh, what an interesting title. His story I think is going to be very interesting. You began to trace back the path home that was quickly becoming as familiar to you as the back of your hand. What is the full game of this going to be, by the way? There's so much content in this demo. I've been playing for so many hours. This has at least been going on for 7 hours now. Minimum. It's like 7 to 10 hours I've already played this demo. It wasn't long before you were back in the town square, though. It is now completely deserted. How long were we out? The streets were empty, save for a cat darting into an alley, Emmett, and the only sound was the crack of a distant wind chime as it swayed softly. It's kind of a nice feeling walking at night. I never realized that. Oh, we're gonna go home and that book's gonna fucking talk to us and we're still not gonna be done. You glance upwards towards the sky. The moon shone bright and clear, illuminating the night and the surrounding houses. There wasn't a cloud in sight. A beautiful night. All for yourself. Or almost all for yourself. A flash of something caught your eye, the form of a tall, lanky figure sitting on a rooftop overlooking the square. I was gonna say Florian, right? But I don't think it's Florian. I don't think you need to find Florian as lanky. Emmett is lanky though, and we still haven't figured out what's his deal. Or it's our mysterious antagonist of this game. We're finding out there's an antagonist. He watched for a moment, or it's Eden, by the way. I guess is also the alternative. He watched for a moment, little more than a shadow before disappearing out of sight. You quicken your steps back to stop. Hold ass. Yeah, me too, son. Me fucking too, yeah. That was a lot. You'd hoped to see Florian when you arrived back at the store, but he was still nowhere in sight. Lock the door. I wish I had his number or something. Approaching the counter, you searched for any kind of employee information your aunt might have left, but found nothing. No trace of where Florian nor Lucille lived, or a way to contact them. However, sitting on top of the counter, you found a sealed letter with King written on it. Is it Florian's fucking resignation? Setting down your groceries for a moment. Why would he? Okay, never mind. I saw the words wax seal. He wouldn't have wax sealed it. Oh, was it our aunt peeping at? Is she lanky? Is she peeping at us? That's crazy. Settling down your groceries for the moment, you settled down on a stool, then quickly opened the wax seal to see your aunt's graceful handwriting. She go, "By the way, I'm leaving forever. To my dearest Sprout, I hope this letter finds you well, and that Willowmist is starting to feel a little less like a place you've arrived at and more... Nope. And a little more like a place you could belong. I've no doubt you've been charming the town left and right, whether you've meant to or not. By now you might have noticed... Nope. By now you might be noticing that things here aren't always as they seem. Strange little happenings, peculiar folk with peculiar habits. You're sharp, my dear. You always have been. I won't insult you by pretending you haven't begun to put some of the pieces together. I wish I could have been the one to tell you everything myself. But, well, your mother never would have approved. She wanted you far away from all of this. And though she had her reasons, I always thought you should be able to decide for yourself. Yeah, so this is gonna be the fight. God, it was so long, it was out of the load zone. This store, our store, isn't just about antiques. It's about people, it's about community, it's about giving a little help to those who need it. Just enough to let them find their own way forward. Some of them have come a long way to get here. Some of them have nowhere else to go. But they all need something. And if you listen closely, you'll know exactly how to help them. Ah! I hope by now you've stumbled across that grumpy old book, or rather I hope he's found you. He's a stubborn thing, don't take it personally if he's been less than welcoming. He was built to be he's built to be particular about his company after all. But if you listen, really listen, he has more wisdom tucked away in those pages than most people do in a lifetime. I know I left a lot on your shoulders, and I know it isn't fair. But I also know you can do this, my little Sprout. If anyone can, it's you. I have full belief in you. Take care of the store. Aunt, I'm hungry as fuck. I haven't eaten, like, all day, you know? Take care of the store. Take care of its people. Take care of yourself. And Florian's a vampire, by the way. Sorry, I just like, it'd be so funny if that we find out today and then she writes it, right? And please tell me you haven't tried to sell the bird face. I told you it was cursed. Did you tell me it was cursed? With all my love. Aunt Sylvie. P.S. Tell Quinn I'm doing well, and that I think of him often. Oh, he always did know how to make me laugh. I do hope the two of you have become acquainted. With a smile, you refold the letter and tuck it away. Alright, Aunt Sylvie, I'll do my best. You're still not telling me where you went, huh? She's like fucking next door, dude. I don't think she went anywhere. I think she's like just watching from afar going, this is going well. And then she's gonna go, everyone is hitting on my fucking nephew. I don't know what to do about this situation. All these freaks out here after my nephew. Retrieving your groceries, you headed back upstairs to unpack. Barnabas, please, for the love of God, let me eat and go to bed. I've been filming this for 2 hours. Your room was much like you left it. The window was still open. Why do you sleep with it open? Your bed was still unmade. Why was it unmade? No one was in it. And a cushion from the couch was still discarded on the floor from your wake-up call with Florian. A small amount of guilt settled into your stomach as you put away your groceries and made a late dinner. It wasn't much, but it was food. If it wasn't my illustrations, Master, return from whatever nocturnal nonsense was stolen his attention this time. Oh, illustrate. Oh, that's what it was. I was thinking something's wrong in the sentence. If it isn't my no. If it isn't my master, return from whatever nocturnal nonsense has stolen his attention this time. Barnabas flooded into view with a dramatic puff of air, as though he'd been holding his breath in indignation. I do hope your day's endeavours have been worth abandoning your faithful servant for hours on end. I imagine whatever insane nonsense kept you away was terribly important, Perhaps a riveting chat with one of your incredibly mundane customers. What are you saying? You actually wanted my company? I thought you wanted to be alone. Of course, Master. I live to be ignored, neglected, and left strewn in stagnation while you frolic about your fanged employees and amateur spell work. It brings me immeasurable joy to gather dust alone in your tiny, cramped abode. Something tells me you're being sarcastic right now. You don't say! What a master of deduction! How will I ever escape the clutches of your incredible intellect? I did ask if you wanted to come with me, you know. Which I did not. Hello, phone. So, what is it you want exactly, then? Not to be alone, but also not to spend any time with me? Precisely, your wisdom knows no bounds, Master. Though to be candid for a moment, I much prefer your company over the lurking menace you insist on calling an employee. Honestly, a vampire, Master. Did you already know? Could have given us a heads up. He so could have! I'm pissed! I could hardly call myself a grimoire if I did not know the scent of a vampire. Can I ask you a question? What the fuck is Emmett? You smelled Emmett today. What is Emmett? I need to know. Also, I'm impressed you haven't brought up the werewolf that was also in the house. Yeah, I guess he didn't come upstairs. I didn't think being a book had anything to do with smelling people, but alright. Vampires. Alright, I forgot that your brain lags behind sometimes, Master. Let me spell it out to you quite simply. Magic is in the air, and threads of reality and the auras people leave behind. And vampires, they reek of old blood, undeath, and regret. I love the regret statement. They are more than simple to pick out. But by all means, continue trusting him. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong when employing an emotionally fraught bloodsucker with impulse control issues and a sad backstory. At least he knows his backstory is sad. He's not really employed by me. He's employed by my aunt, and either way Aunt Sylvie trusts him, and the store is a place for people who have nowhere else to belong. I wouldn't ever just throw him out. Barnabas let out a long, drawn-out sigh, as though his entire world had grown tiresome. Oh, very well, then continue ignoring my sage advice and do as you please. After all, it is your funeral, not mine. He turned his attention towards your half-eaten dinner and snorted. It's not diversely, but it's very similar. A meal fit for a king, I see. A truly inspired use of your time and resources, Master. You know, you're pretty judgy for a stack of paper. That's probably why you don't have any friends. You continue eating, waiting for Barnabas' almost guaranteed response. A stack of— the gall of you, the gall! I do not need nor desire friends. I live to serve, not frolic around and have fun like some. Does he want to come to dinner tomorrow? Sorry. Oh yeah? Then why do you get so huffy every time I leave you alone? Barnabas fluttered indignantly, his pages puffing outward in an offended ripple. Didn't know you could notice offense written on a book, right? Because, Master, leaving me unattended as this drafty little hovel is a waste of a rare and precious genius. Not because I'm lonely, heavens forbid. I simply find it offensive to be shelved when I am a once-in-a-millennium arcane artifact. Totally not lonely. I am above loneliness. Loneliness is for sentimental beings with soft hearts. I am made of enchanted ink and intellect. Besides, I had plenty of company today. Lady Safrina of House Moonridge accused Countess— oh, the TV. Okay, right, we left the TV on for a second. What the fuck am I reading? Accused Countess Belladonna of enchanting her husband with a love hex again, and the fallout was positively catastrophic. Wine flung, curses shouted, a hat caught fire. Utterly riveting. Don't leave the TV on for this guy. Now I could be going crazy, but I'm pretty sure those characters are from a television show. The real sorceress of Silverkeep. In fact, it does not surprise me that you know so little about it, but it is a fascinating documentary. A documentary. And you enjoyed watching this documentary? It was a pure academic viewing, Master, a study of interpersonal dynamics among magically inclined nobility. It's research. Did you spend all day watching it? Oh, the reruns are going hard. I may have absorbed 8 episodes, but only because Countess Belladonna's familiar betrayed her, and I had to see how that arc resolved. For scientific integrity, obviously. Obviously. Right. Scientific integrity. Can we stop this conversation? I really want to end this episode. Like an hour ago. Honestly, if they simply enchanted their contract bindings properly, none of this would happen. Amateur hour, truly. Also, Sabrina's illusion magic is atrocious. Her whole tower is a lie, and no one is talking about it. You do know that's all fictional, right? Obviously, Master, but some elements ring true. Magic, after all, is based purely in reality. There have been countless Lady Sabrinas and Countess Belladonnas throughout history. Anyone like me in there? Why, yes, there happens to be a talking toad that advises the Countess. I believe the character is called Toadsworth. You share many qualities. Careful there, Barney. Compliment me too much and I might actually fall for you. You would not be the first human to do so, trust me, nor the last. If I burn you, I might be the last. Wow, ladies' man over here. Finishing your food, you cleaned up and then glanced over towards Barnabas, who was still watching you. How do you know that? It's late tonight, but maybe tomorrow we could do some more practicing. You're going out for dinner tomorrow, don't lie to him. I am always prepared to further your knowledge and skill, Master, though perhaps you could begin by tidying up this horrendous mess you call a room. Honestly, a pigsty, truly. That feels a little unfair. This is all my aunt's stuff, not mine. It's not like I chose to have a room full of clutter. You have lived in it for a week and haven't even bothered to put away your own dirty dishes. Master, I would not deign to call that a good defense. God, it's just like, it's too close to design. My brain couldn't like process that it wasn't design. With a groan, you conceded and began to put the room in order. Go to bed. You didn't have the energy for it, but you also didn't have the energy to argue with a book. Oh, by the way, is my whole magic shtick meant to be a secret? Do I seem as if I have the answer to every question, Master? You seem like you think that, yes. Well, I am pleased to see you accepting the truth. But to answer your question, yes, in general revealing one's magical capabilities to the mundane masses is frowned upon, especially when one is a fledgling caster who lacks any kind of control. You're far more likely to set your sleeves on fire than impress anyone. Hey, I'm already getting down that spell you taught me. As did every toddler taught in the past. I'm on the level of a toddler? Just below, actually, but don't be discouraged, Master. Toddlers are remarkably clever these days. You know, a bit of encouragement wouldn't kill you. No, but it might kill you. And I've grown strangely fond of not being shoved into a forgotten drawer again, so consider my criticism a public service. One day it might even save your life. One day? I'm gonna be so good at magic that you're going to eat those words. When that day comes, Master, I shall serve them with tea and jam in a commemorative plate. But until then, try not to burn down the house. My stomach is protesting that this is still going so harsh. I was hungry when I woke up this morning, I was hungry when I went to bed last night. I am still hungry and I haven't eaten and I'm gonna lose my mind soon. I don't know what I'm eating actually. Oh, fuck me, I don't know what to eat for lunch. I wonder how flammable you are. Excuse me? Did you just threaten to ignite me? Me, the illustrious Barnabas the Magnificent? I'll have you know I am warded against flame, though clearly not against rude commentary from reckless amateurs. Honestly, how flammable are you? Have you no shame, no doctorum, no decency? You're so easy to wind up, Barney. Well, yes, enjoy your jests at my expense, Master. It's good to have a hobby when one lacks talent. This voice is so different in comparison to every other voice, and I'm like, I can't film this when people are home because I'm being so fucking loud. I'm sure you know all about that. Going back to the don't tell anyone lest you burst into flames, yada yada. Is it okay if I trust someone? That is your decision, Master. There have been many famous spellcasters who were quite open about their craft, and others who were inherently secretive. Some were revered, some were revered as visionaries, others were burned at the stake. It's a bit of a mixed bag, really. Trust is a valuable resource, best spent in small increments and monitored closely. We trust in Emmett and Emporium, I guess. So you're saying I should trust, but be careful. No, I'm saying you should trust me and be wary of everyone else, but since I know you won't listen, yes, be careful, at least try to be. Magic may be your inheritance, Master. Inheritance, but anyway. But secrecy is your shield. You don't yet know what kind of eyes might be watching, or what they want. You're being uncharacteristically serious right now. Yes, well, even I am allowed moments of grim sincerity. Now, if you're quite done probing the depths of the philosophical trust, please turn to the next episode of The Real Sorceress of Silver Keep. I need to see if Lady Safrina finally hexes that two-faced necromancer or just throws another goblet. Yeah, here you go. You lift up the remote and turned on the television, and the screen lit up with images and a loud voiceover. Barnabas fell silent, and you took the opportunity to settle into bed. With a yawn, you glanced towards the open window and the moon. Close the window! And the moon hanging high and bright above the treetops. As tired as you were, sleep did not come easily. Here's the thing though. The first few, obviously, like, days, we were plagued by Winnie the Ghost, right? At least we know people aren't gonna be sneaking into our room because we have the loudest fucking guard dog known to man who ain't gonna take shit from no one. So, thoughts raced through your mind and the events of the day felt far more vivid than ever. Yeah, it's been a fucking long day. Still, after some tossing and turning, you fell deep into sleep, accompanied by the occasional gasp from Barnabas in the background. And that is finally our day over. Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's raining on Sunday, nice. What a fucking terrible premonition for what's to happen today. I'm awake to shit. Oh my god, we finally made it. Hold on, we first and foremostly, we want to see. There he is. Oh, his birthday's the 1st of January. He also is a romanceable. Also, these little chibis are so cute. I fucking love these. Willowmist's best and only carpenter, though he acts more like some kind of celebrity, a shameless flirt who likes to keep his cards close to his chest. And a werewolf, if I'm not fucking wrong. Look how cute they all are. We've made everyone officially. I love Winnie's. Did I read Winnie's? A bubbly girl who lives in the attic of the Willowmist Emporium for some reason spends her days planning her idol debut and also pranks. Oops, I did not mean to hit that button, but I do want to return to the main menu. Oh my god, my jaw almost hurts. You know what's funny? My nose is cleared again. I went through like 3 phases of being sick in the course of like this 1 2-hour video. I think I'm gonna snap this video in half. Which kind of sucks because I don't have an intro for the second half. It's just gonna go straight back into it. Maybe I should record an intro for the second part of this video. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I gotta go cut this in half and upload it, I guess. It's now 1:30, I'm so hungry, and eat food, I'm gonna die otherwise. I'm gonna probably snap this in half. Oh, what do I title it then? Because the original title was to do you like vampires or werewolves, because of the joke that they're definitely both vampire and werewolf, right? And now if I'm gonna split into 2, it won't make as much sense, because the biggest joke about that was the fact that I got to do a hard event with both of them. We'll see what I decide. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Peace out for now. Bye bye.